I defended my sister-in-law and my family isolated me.
Seems like you picked a side, but they didn't pick you.
Trigger warning for failed pregnancies. I, 24 male, was at my mom's house for dinner, and me, my older siblings, and my sister-in-law were in the living room talking with my mom while she got dinner ready. My relationship with my siblings is pretty bad due to some background familial issues and the fact that we just don't have personalities that mesh, but we're able to stay mostly civil for my mother. My sister is one of those hyper-religious people that doesn't believe in Western medicine and wants everything natural. By the way, this comes from Apprehensive Cry 5231, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKstorytime subreddit. I'm Sophia.
I'm Riley.
And I'm Keon.
And we're here to give good advice goofily, but we don't have all the answers. We only know what we do. So let us know what you would do in the comments. And OP says, my sister-in-law, 24 female, recently got out of the hospital after being there for an extensive period of time following a really messy labor. From what I know, she went into labor prematurely and had to get an emergency C-section as her and the baby's lives were at risk. It was a tough period of time for her and my brother. We were talking about how they've been progressing since they got out, and sister-in-law shared how hard it has been having to bounce back from that traumatic experience to take care of her son. My sister, 34 female, turned to my brother, 32 male, and said, had to take the easier route and she still complains, and laughed.
Fun fact, giving birth is one of the hardest things anyone has to go through, no matter if it's an easy route or a hard route.
And also, that was from Riley, woman doctor. My sister-in-law asked what she meant, and my sister proceeded to go on a tirade about how she kept trying to help her throughout her pregnancy and she didn't listen. And that's why things turned out the way they did, and that she took the shortcut and has the audacity to complain.
Dude, this is where you really hold your tongue if you feel that way.
Honesty's the best policy?
I'm sorry. She had to get an emergency C-section and freaking sister saying, oh yeah, you had a short pregnancy. Lucky you. She had to get an emergency pregnancy C-section.
Yeah, like some things you just don't compare. Pain, don't compare. Pregnancies, don't compare. Like,
she's not even, honestly, sister?
Just don't even talk.
Dude, sister,
Shut your mouth.
I think you could find a sock, fill it with some butter, and just
Oh, Sam Puckett.
Sam Puckett style.
Mm-hmm. My sister-in-law tried to explain that the doctors told her what would be best for her during her pregnancy because of issues she was already having, and that her delivery was the best course of action. My sister would not let up and was gradually getting more insulting, ignoring me, telling her to knock it off. My sister-in-law ended up crying, and I was pissed. I turned to my sister-in-law and said, so are you going to take the advice of trained medical professionals or one dumb witch who couldn't get through high school?
Oh!
Burn!
Oh!
Burn! You just got burned. Ooh, we need some aloe vera for that burn. My sister lost her mind and started yelling at me, to which I just repeated, get a job.
Sister,
Oh!
just shut up at this point.
Yeah, you can't win.
OP has clapbacks for days.
Wait, this is so much funnier. I just repeated get a job over and over again. So the sister's like, how dare you say that? And she's get a job. I can't believe.
Get a job. Get a job.
Which made her angrier till she was crying and hurling insults at me. My brother and sister-in-law ended up leaving, and my mom came and intervened, telling my sister to calm down and me to leave. Since then, I had a heated phone call with my brother because he believes that I should have just kept my mouth shut and let women handle their business. I'm sorry, your brother said that his wife should just handle your sister saying terrible things about her by herself?
His sister?
I get letting siblings
Yeah,
talk
different.
about it,
But his
when it,
sister
like-
with his wife?
come on, dude.
This is not just lady problems. My dad, my parents are divorced, left me multiple texts grilling me and calling me a disgrace and whatnot because my sister went crying to him. And my mom texted me saying that she thinks my sister was a bit harsh, but that I was way out of line and I need to apologize to her. My sister-in-law texted me and said that she's sorry she caused this situation and that she appreciates me speaking up, but I didn't have to, and that's what's making me feel awful. I'm in a bad state with my family. I always have been, and I'm fine with that, but I don't want to put her in a bad position with them, too, when she's done nothing wrong. Am I the a-hole for insulting my sister after she insulted my sister-in-law? And there are some comments, but what do you think, Riley?
I think we need to meet up with sister.
Yeah, I think we have to have a little talk.
And we're going to have a talk
Mano y mano.
in a public place. We're going to double down.
Oh, yeah.
All right. We're going to say, hey, your feelings got hurt. This is how I feel. If someone came yapping at me about how if they, I don't know, ate dandelions before they had birth so they could have an easier vaginal canal out with the baby,
What?
I would
He's a
be like,
woman
nah.
doctor. He's let him work his magic.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know all these new terms.
Vaginal canal out.
Vaginal.
Vaginal canal out.
It's good.
Yeah, if you eat 4 dandelions before you have birth,
Sophia's crying for help.
vaginal cow.
Why are you
will come
adding
out.
another A in there?
Vaginal?
It gets more complicated the more you eat it. But that's what we're doing though. Listen to your medical professionals.
But there is a comment. So your brother, who should have stood up for his wife, is mad at you for doing so. He has now pressured his own wife into telling you shouldn't have done so. Does this mean he also believes the same thing your sister does? I'm just glad your sister-in-law saw at least one person stand up for her in that debacle. Unfortunately, she has a husband problem, and you have a family problem. I would just ignore the rest of your family and make sure your sister-in-law knows she deserved someone standing up for her and didn't do anything wrong. She didn't cause your sister to be an a-hole. Seems she was born that way, considering how the rest of your family are. Not the a-hole. OP says, my brother's always been really non-confrontational and a keep-the-peace type of guy. So I wasn't surprised that he didn't say anything, just that he didn't even try to take my sister-in-law and leave. I'm also not surprised by him being mad at me because, on the flip, I'm overly confrontational, which he has always hated. Comment 2, not the a-hole. I'm tired of people saying C-section is the easy way out. You literally have to get cut open.
Like, it's easier getting the baby out, but the experience is still the same.
You literally have a scar, a giant scar in your stomach because you got cut open.
Sure, a C-section can get the baby out faster, but like, still a lot happening down there.
Also very dangerous. Good for
There's-
you for speaking
Yes,
up.
because there's blades involved.
He's a doctor.
Comment 3, not the a-hole. Your bro is the a-hole, though, for not standing up for his wife. Wouldn't be surprised if there was a divorce in the near future. Your whole fam is a mess. Why are they backing her up so much? OP says, well, my dad just pretty blatantly doesn't like me. So that's probably why. My mom just doesn't like problems in the family, and I'm pretty sure she wants me to apologize, so my sister will shut up. My sister lives with her. And there is an update, folks.
I have a similar family setup that if one family member talks crap about another,
Yeah.
the mother of that family member they're being talked about comes to them and is like, hey, stop doing this, so they're stop talking crap about you to me.
Yeah. And
It's like-
also, OP is a guy. My bad.
Yeah, and you just gotta roll with the punches, and
Roll
people are
with the
gonna be
punches.
upset because you're just defending the C-section women. So be it.
So be it. They can stay upset.
Yeah,
If they're going to be upset at you for that, then honestly, do we even want to hang out with them?
yeah.
You
If
didn't do anything
you're
wrong.
upset about the C-section, go to the A section then. Go to the B section.
Yeah.
I don't care. Just get out of here.
Get out of my section. Updates. My brother has convinced my mom that I, an openly queer man, am trying to steal his wife. What do I do? We
What-
cut these people off.
From the title itself, you know how blatantly crazy these people are.
3 months later, looking for any kind of advice on what I can do or if I should completely cut my losses with my crap show of a family. My brother, 32 male, has successfully convinced my family that I, 24 male, am in love with my sister-in-law, 24 female, and am trying to manipulate her against him so I can steal her away.
All right, how's that gonna work out?
My brother and sister-in-law have been married for 4 years. This apparently all came about because a couple months ago, her and my sister, 34 female, had a big blow-up against my sister-in-law's pregnancy, and I defended my sister-in-law against my sister's big tirade. Following that night, I received a lot of scrutiny from my family, particularly my brother, for interfering in women's business. And I said some not-so-nice things to him. My sister-in-law also reached out to me and apologized to me for causing the situation. And I let her know she has nothing to apologize for and that I'm here to help both her and my nephew. We ended up having a pretty in-depth conversation about how my sister has treated her in the past. Apparently, my sister moved in with her and my brother for a brief period to help with my sister-in-law's first pregnancy and was really overbearing and constantly ridiculing her choices for the sake of the baby. My sister-in-law unfortunately suffered from what sounded like an ectopic pregnancy and had to have emergency surgery. From how she spoke, she also saw this as a failure on her part.
Aww.
It pissed me off, and I did my best to explain to her the medical reasons of why what happened was necessary and not her fault, and that my brother and sister are just kind of stupid. She shouldn't feel bad for doing something necessary to save her life, especially because the fetus wasn't even viable. That was the last time she spoke, and I just let her know I'd be there if she needed anything.
Okay, so you're being a supportive family member.
Yeah. I guess either she told my brother or he found out from her messages about the conversation and took it as me flirting with his wife. Your brother's stupid.
And insecure.
I'll give him the fact that I did call him stupid in the messages. It's just an apt description. But come on. Thinking an emergency procedure for a life-threatening situation was your wife willfully terminating her pregnancy and making her feel bad about it is effing stupid. Sorry. He told the rest of the family about how I'm envious and trying to take his wife, which they all believed and are now mad at me.
Honestly, you should leave with this wife so you
Yeah.
both can get away from this crazy
You can
family.
be in a lavender marriage and be much happier than she is with your brother. This wouldn't be a big deal to me if my mom, 53 female, wasn't also included in that. My mom is the only one in my family I have a good relationship with, but apparently she believes my brother and has called me to scold me about betraying my brother and being shameless along with my other family members.
But Mom, I
I'm
like
gay.
dudes.
This is all frustrating, but here's the absolute best part about this. The reason I'm estranged from my family is because I'm queer. It is
Wow.
like the thing that effed up the family.
Checks out.
Well, okay, it's honestly not crazy. I was kind of thinking that, especially because you mentioned that like your sister doesn't, is more religious. So I was wondering if there was kind of that element here. And it feels like they've just never actually recognized your identity and don't believe that you are that way. So it kind of makes sense that he's making these accusations and they all believe it when they're kind of being a little homophobic. A lot of homophobic.
It's just crazy to me. This brother is, upset that you stood up for his wife and is now making these crazy lies about you, and the family is behind it. I just think
Yeah.
they're looking for a reason to get rid of you, and this is their
Seems like
reason.
it. I've been very openly seeing another man for the past 3 years. My brother has also been open about not wanting me around his family because of my unnatural lifestyle. Your brother sucks. All that just to easily believe I'm in love with a woman? He's going to believe whatever he wants to believe, especially when it can get you out of his family. I guess the reason I come here is so that I can understand how this would be believable. I understand my dad and my sister believing this easily. They hate me and probably just want a reason to feel justified in rallying against me. But I can't really comprehend my mother believing it. Maybe I gave her too much credit. At the end of the day, I am very much the outlier of my family on all fronts. By the way, you can be the inlier if you
Oh boy.
if you listen to full episodes with stories just like this. Just go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio and search up OKstorytime. But there is a little bit left to this story.
Time for a new family.
Yeah, maybe you can get your sister-in-law to be part of your crew, and you got that guy that you've been dating for 3 years.
Boom, you got 3 people right there.
Who's the third?
OP.
Oh, OP's okay. I
They're a
see.
tripod.
OP's the third.
Yeah.
But there is a little left. I also wonder if maybe my sister-in-law took what I was saying as me taking an interest in her. Again, crazy. Maybe I made her uncomfortable, but the most I did was just explain medical things to her so she wouldn't feel bad about her first pregnancy. I don't know, I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. I've always been at peace with not having my family, especially because my family is full of nut jobs. But I think potentially having to accept my mom is also that way is making me second guess myself. I also don't like the idea that I made my sister-in-law uncomfortable. Has anyone been in a situation similar to this? Is my relationship with my mom salvageable, and can I get her to see that my brother is a mental case? And that is the end of the story.
I think it's best to step away. And if the
Yeah.
sister-in-law feels uncomfortable, it's because the brother said something to her to make her feel that way.
Exactly.
What you said was sound, was, giving her support, which she probably is lacking at home. So,
Yeah, I think if you have your brother-in-law coming up to you
Who you know.
is a queer man and being like, hey, you know what? Don't listen to them. Like, lots of people go through this, blah, 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 blah. And she was like, wow, he's into me. Then that's on her, girl. That's on her. Don't listen to her. But we got another story, folks.
we got another one. That one was wild.
Oh, boy.
I'm stopping this story right now to let you know you could win $100 potentially.
Right now, if you go to live streams that we have on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 3 p.m. PST and give us a ring, you might win it.
And the ring is clicking this link or scanning this QR code and just putting in your name and number. Easy. Easy.
And we'll call you sometime during the live stream, and if you pick up, you win that $100.
This right here. It is going to be a 440 area code, so make it turn up as spam, but you got to answer it.
You gotta answer it, or you don't win that $100.
This won't be yours. I'll give it to the next person. It might be Keon. Who knows? And, okay, I guess we'll go back to the story now, but remember, you could win this. My family is forcing me to take my brother in.
I don't want you here.
My 37 male brother, 32 male, got kicked out of my would-be sister-in-law's house. Reason? You don't talk crap to your buddies about a scary lawyer and expect her to never find out. By the way, this comes from Hypocrite Family 66. And if you were to spin your own stories, go to the r/okstorytime subreddit. I'm Riley.
I'm Sophia.
And I'm Keon.
And we're here to give good advice, goofily, but we don't have all the answers. We only know what we do know, so let us know what you know in the comments below. OP continues. Family wants me to take them in since we have an extra bedroom. We usually use it for my parents when they visit. Plus, our house is big. You give my brother anything, you might as well say goodbye to it forever.
Yeah, you're done.
Toys, clothes, money, you name it. You're only seeing it again if you sneak to his room and take it.
Why is he stealing? He's a little thief. Thief in the night.
Dude, that's brother activities right there. The second he steps in, the only way he leaves is if I chase him out with a metal bat I found in the basement when
What?
I moved here.
What is this, Pennywise?
Get lost! Scram! Scram, kids! Stop stealing! Get off my property! Stop stealing my stuff!
That's wild. I don't want another kid to take care of. One is quite enough, thank you very much. My son, 13 male student, average kid, who doesn't like my brother, is plenty. I'm already trying to learn anime for him, which is an uphill battle. Also, every conversation with my brother has with my son becomes an intervention.
What?
How is that? Okay.
Wait, every conversation that your brother has with your son is an intervention?
Yeah, he's probably like, hey kid, you gotta stop watching those cartoons all the time.
You don't understand the perfection of anime. Wait, who watches anime? The brother or the
The
son?
son. The son.
Oh, okay. He's like, these cartoons are rotting your mind.
I said no. He is not getting a foot in. Family says we should help my brother because he's family, and family should help family. But my husband, 36 male, accountant, love him to bits, and I are still saying no.
Man, this guy's like Vin Diesel. Fast and Furious over here
Yeah.
mentioning family so many times.
Family.
Gosh.
You never, what does he always say?
You never turn your back on family.
You never turn your
Yeah.
back on family.
Have this adult beverage that I'm not gonna free sponsor, but we always drink it.
I've never seen any of the Fast and Furious movies.
They have not stopped. Would I be the a-hole for sending family messages of, you think family should help family? I think that's a great idea. You should do it. And only ever
Ooh.
saying that when they try to bring it up.
Perfect response.
Honestly.
If your brother steals from you every time you have him in your house and you have to chase him out with a bat, don't have him in your home.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I'm all about family helping family if that family member wants to help themselves.
Yeah.
If they don't,
Then you stay gone.
ever seen the movie Money Pit?
Ever seen the movie Air Bud? Scram. Get out of here. No one wants you here.
That dog can't.
Get lost.
That dog's banking threes like that. He can't be doing that. Isn't he traveling?
It's not Steph Curry.
If I were a child on a basketball team and a dog beat me, I'd never play basketball again.
There's a simple solution to that.
What's the edit say?
Edit! Holy Johnson, this blew up. I talked to my
Holy Johnson, this
Johnson.
blew up.
OP. So this is a gay couple, by the way, because OP's male. Just by the way, want everyone to know this. I talked to my husband, and we wrote a modified version and sent that out on Mass Blast. We'll update y'all in a week or possibly later with the outcome. Am I the a-hole? Has no consistent spot. OP was not the a-hole. We have a
You're
comment.
Clearly not.
Yeah, dude, come on. Some dude wants to just bum out in your house,
Yeah, and steal your stuff
steal all your toys.
and like lecture your son about anime.
Come on. I'm under one. Dude's burnt his bridges, and now he's got to face music. Family's there for support. Stick to your pew-pews. You got a kid and a home to look after. If other families so hell-bent on helping, they can step the F up. Bet they turned a 180 real quick. Don't let them guilt trip you. You clearly got your priorities straight. Opie says, think it'll burn bridges for me too? Commenter replies, do you care? Opie says, kind of. I still love my family, as they were the village that raised me and my brother and sister. But I really don't want to ruin my household's way of life or let them in for just appeasement. Baseball bat is on standby. I don't know, if you're going to live somewhere and they like just completely flip over your way of life, I don't really think it's worth having that person in there.
I agree.
Commenter 3, not the a-hole. You have zero obligation to mother people's bad decisions. He's a grown butt man. And if he hasn't learned to overcome adversity at his age, this is the perfect opportunity for a crash course. He cannot stay in your house. It'll ruin whatever peace you have. The definition of family to the people you've posted about is codependent and unhealthy. I didn't even think of that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, his family has always said, like, you have to help family no matter what. And it's like, okay, well, if family is being awful to me,
Yeah.
I can't just take that just because they're family.
I know for a fact that if I went back home and was stealing stuff from people, my family would not let me back in.
No.
I'd say, oh, you got to figure that
Yeah,
out.
there's lots of complicated, I mean, like, I have a huge family, and there's tons of complicated relationships within that because it's so big. And there are certain people that you just can't help because they don't want to help themselves.
Opie replies, that's what I'm worried about too. I can't live with someone who hates my son. Protecting my peace from parasites comes first. Just worried I may set off a serious drama bomb. Commenter 4, whoa, hates your son? That's enough right there. Opie says, hearing you guys made me think about it more. Why else would my bro have these conversations trying to change who my son is if my bro actually loved his nephew? Commenter 5, you have an early teen in the house. Your brother is not the sort of daily influence and an example you want in your home. Protect him and keep saying no. Opie says, I can't subject him to that. It would be very exhausting if I had to have an intervention every single day. Commenter 6, no, you're not. Why are you the first port of call and not anyone else?
Agreed.
Approved. Opie says, I have the biggest house.
And there it is. OP has money.
I think everyone's assuming I'm the best fit. Commenter replies, would it be desperate enough to break in? He says, I sure hope not. I don't think his bones would survive a very fit, regularly exercising man with a metal baseball bat.
Can't forget about that metal baseball bat.
It's like every other sentence with him.
Yeah, he's like, I've got a metal baseball bat, and I'm not afraid to use it.
He's probably got his brother's
He's got
name written
nails
on
on it.
Oh, God.
It's like the Stranger Things baseball bat. He's like, he's doing like the flip, the baseball bat
The
flip thing
swing,
from
the
from
little-
from
High School Musical?
no
Oh, from Twilight?
Twilight. Yeah,
Huh?
where it's like there's like a specific.
He does the
thing
little
he
swing with the
does.
baseball. I know
Yeah.
exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So he like swings it in place and like it flips and then he grabs
oh,
it again. Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
I got you. I picked up what you were thinking.
We have an update.
I've got a baseball bat.
You do.
It's in my room.
So, update. 1 week later, husband helped me write this in a professional-ish way and contacted Joe's Nighthawk ex, who's a lawyer. Nighthawk hasn't officially taken a case, but we thought she would be able to help us write a serious-sounding letter by giving us pointers and revising to add gravitas. For the sake of readability, I will give people fake names. I will use Smith for a fake family surname and Joe for my brother, just for readability. lower your pitchforks, for I am not going to subject to all of you the same letter we sent to our family group chat, but I will share the ending. This is a
okay?
little bit. Okay, so here's the ending of the letter. If anyone feels strongly that Joe needs a place, our door is not the one to knock on, but yours absolutely could be. We fully support anyone in the family opening their home to him and showing how family support is done. We love you all, but we are not sacrificing our home stability to prove our loyalty. That is our final word on the matter. With love and boundaries, OP and family. Okay, so that's a little end of the letter. I like that.
Heck yeah.
If anyone wants a full letter, request it in the comments. I feel like I'm already pushing it with the post length. I think the other part of the letter is him probably pointing out all the other things that Joe's been doing.
Probably. Yeah.
The communications harmful act ceased after 2 days of us turning it against them. No one has threatened to burn bridges or exclude us from family events. Okay. They tried to use the bad family card, but we just played it back at them,
Good.
accusing them of being the bad family.
Ah, nice. Turn the tables.
Well, well, well. How the turntables.
I underestimated how much people can just spam it. We may have dodged a big bullet. I really don't like going on too long about it, but I don't know how to make this shorter without making it sound blander and unseasoned, unbuttered rice. Before this, we talked to the police, and thanks to my hubby's connections, they knew the situation in the event Joe broke in and tried to claim residency.
You can't just break into a house and be like, I live here.
Yeah, please. You can't do that.
Yeah, please. You can't do that.
He literally said claimed. This is mine.
Yeah, Keon's going to break into a house one day and be like, I live here.
This is my house.
I live here.
Honestly, I think we'd all be like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Sure. Just
Wouldn't do much about it. You already live here.
Yeah, no, I feel like no one would be upset about it. Like,
yeah, I just
sick.
wake up one day and you're in Riley's old room.
Yep.
I'm like, hey, what's up?
I'm like, oh, yeah.
I'll go. I'm going to use the bathroom now.
Yeah.
We made it clear. Joe is not a resident in any capacity, and we don't want him in the house unless we invite him. We are on a weekend trip to my in-laws' place, who are very much just the loving aunties and grandmas. They are non-drama people and respect boundaries. Yesterday, I get a call from my parents saying Joe got in trouble with the police. Fortunately, he was not arrested, and he was not harmed.
Okay.
Apparently, he showed up at our house at night, and he tried to get us to let him in, but no one was around. But he tried harder. Neighbors called the cops because they didn't know who it was and thought that we were being robbed. Cops showed up, and I don't know everything, but my mom told me that the cops told her that he tried to claim residency, but that was false, and they knew.
Wait, he did try to do it?
And then Joe told the cops he didn't have a home. If you're going to claim residency, like,
You gotta
Stick
stick
with
with
it.
it. Yeah, you can't be like, it's my house. And they're like, are you sure? And he's like, no, I don't have a home.
I don't have one of these, actually.
I wish it was my house.
Like, the cops told my parents that they could either pick up Joe or they'd get a shelter and other services involved. They called Joe's parents?
Yeah, they're like, can you come get your adult son?
How bad do you have to be for the cops to call your parents? Like, what?
I think probably Joe gave them the number. He was like, this is my
Oh.
parents' number. Can you call my mom?
Dude.
Can you call my mom?
Gosh. Can you call my mom and pick me
Oh,
up?
they're like, do you have a house? He's like, yeah, it's this one. They're like, really? And he's like, no. Can you call my mom?
I can see a 5-year-old doing this
Yeah.
for sure. Parents had to end up driving home to pick him up late at night, and now Joe is crashing on their couch. Ugh. Joe's ex, Nighthawk, as I called her before on my last post, bite me, it works, and my husband are still friends.
Bite me. Nighthawk works. It's cool.
It's cool, okay?
I mean, she's pretty bad butt there.
It stands out.
And she says she's never taking Joe back to her nest. Joe might have lost a lover, but Son didn't lose an aunt.
There we go.
Son's doing okay. Still an uphill battle to understand anime, but he likes the effort I put in.
OP, I feel like it's pretty easy.
There's a lot of resources out there.
I think it's pretty easy to understand anime.
Yeah, it's storytelling. And you know how many recap
It's a
videos there
show.
are
Yeah.
of different animes?
Like, yeah, I guess unless you're watching One Piece, but even then, it probably wouldn't
No.
be that hard.
No. There's still recap videos on YouTube.
Yeah.
He said he was happy we didn't have to live with Joe. I didn't tell him about the concern you all showed for him, but I think that's fine. Probably safer this way. Family now has to put their money where their mouth is. Joe is fine. Our butts are covered. We're fine and safe. Additional information from OP sharing the letter that they sent to the Smith family. I'll share. People of the Smith family, for anyone who hasn't heard it yet, Mr. Joe Smith asked us for a place to stay after a recent breakup with Miss Nighthawk. Members of our household have talked it over, and we came to the conclusion that Joe Smith would not make for a suitable tenant in our household. We understand some people believe family should help family, and we do not completely deny the statement. However, help does not always mean to allowing people to move in for an undefined amount of time. Given past history, which everyone reading this knows about, let's not pretend otherwise, the already strained relationship between Joe and certain household members, this was already tenuous. We also have a statement from Miss Nighthawk that Joe was never employed while living with her, and their arrangement was financially parasitic in nature.
Ugh, this is messy. Messy, messy, messy.
Based on the current state of Mr. Joe Smith's employment, we believe this will be no different for us. Hosting Mr. Joe Smith would not be healthy for anyone under our roof. If anyone feels strongly that Joe needs a place, our door is not the one to knock on, but yours absolutely could be. We
That's
fully
funny.
support anyone in the family opening their home to him and showing how family support is done.
I love that. It's like our door's not open, but your doors could be open.
It's like a little
Have fun with
sales
that.
pitch.
Yeah, it's like personally can't do it. Your door can be open. Your son needs you.
Yep. Take him in today
Yeah.
for the free cost of free $99. But he has a lot of subscriptions that he comes with.
And he kind of sucks.
He smells.
Mm-hmm.
The impression we're trying to give off is we're so serious, we're talking like officials. Relevant comments. I have a few questions/issues here. 1. All he did was talk about a scary lawyer? Why is that so horrible? 2. Bro is a male 32 and ruins and or never returns anything given to him? OP sneaks into bro's room to retrieve anything when bro's 32 isn't home? Have I got that right? And have they gave Mel 32 toys still? Am I missing a thing? Why doesn't Joe have a job and his own place to live? What's wrong with Joe that prevents him from working and giving his own place?
Clearly a lot.
Even with questions, OP, you're not the a-hole. If your fam is the a-hole demanding you to take in this 32-man child, stand firm. OP responds, Number 1, Nighthawk of a woman that my brother dated can be very terrifying at times. And my brother still thought it was a good idea to say insulting things behind her back to his friends.
Yikes.
Nighthawk found out and unalived the respect she had for him. Number 2, I stopped giving Joe anything after I snuck into his room when I was 14 to get back the Game Boy I gave him to borrow. I found it with yogurt marks across the screen.
That's not yogurt.
Oh, no.
That's crazy.
I hate that.
Ew.
Stop.
Ever since I stopped giving him things, I have not needed to steal anything back. 3, he has told me every excuse in the book, from not liking people to not liking the job itself. I think he's lazy, but who knows? But still, thanks anyways. OP clarifies on reason Joe was kicked out by his ex and why he was breaking into OP's house. OP says Joe was gossiping with his buddies and saying mean things about Nighthawk behind her back. I saw the texts from the screenshots. I won't repeat it, but it was awful. Hence, that unalived any trust Nighthawk had in Joe and their relationship. Though the second part about the break-in, I don't think Joe was trying to break in. My mom told me so much, but apparently Joe's phone had passed away, and I think Joe thought someone was home and thought making enough noise would get attention. We'll do a sweep of the house when we get back, though. Commenter 2 said, how did a bad butt Nighthawk end up with your brother? OP says, I don't know. Hearts are weird. Opposites attract. I have no idea. Love was love until it passed away from them. Yeah, I was confused by that too.
Yeah, if she was so cool. Well, you know what? She got away from him, and he's clearly not doing well, and she is.
Yeah.
So that's all you can ask for, I suppose.
That situation was weird. Like, he's not
Yeah.
working. They got
Doesn't have a
married.
place to live.
Putting yogurt stains on Game Boys.
I think that was when they were children, but yeah.
Still mine.
Still might be doing it.
And that's disgusting.
And if you want to read more stories just like this or listen to them, go to your favorite podcast platform on iHeartRadio, Spotify, or Apple and listen to more stories just like this.
True dat?
That's the end of that one, guys. Ew.
Ew.
Family dynamics are weird.
My mother accidentally called my brother-in-law's wife by his ex-girlfriend's name.
Oh, this is so awkward. Ew.
And this comes directly from the r/OKstorytime subreddit.
Oh.
My husband, male 22, and I, female 22, have been together for about 6 years. When we were just dating, he would bring his little brother, Jacob, now 21, to my family's parties. Jacob would always bring his girlfriend, Katie, to these family parties as well. By the way, this comes from OKImpact8827, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKstorytime subreddit. I'm Sophia.
I'm Riley.
And I'm Keon.
And we're here to give good advice goofily, but we don't have all the answers. We only know what we do, so let us know what you would do in the comments. And OP says, Jacob and Katie would hang out together for what felt like 24/7. And anywhere my husband and I went, Jacob and Katie would tag along. My family got to know Katie and built a good relationship with her. From an outsider's perspective, Jacob and Katie had a great relationship.
Aw.
He even gave her a promise ring after 2 years of being together.
Oh, cute.
Fast forward to a few months after Jacob graduated from technical school. He moved about 3 hours away and began staying with a friend while working. Katie would go stay with Jacob and his friend for the majority of the week, and if not, then Jacob would travel back down to their city to see Katie. A few months after Jacob moved, he called my husband to tell him that he and Katie would no longer be seeing each other due to him cheating on her with another girl from his hometown, Crystal.
That checks out. I know exactly where you people are from. That's wild. Hear me out, though.
Yeah.
Kind of saw it coming.
Yeah.
I knew that once he left
Mm-hmm.
and Katie was not by his side all the time,
Yep.
he'd get a little bored.
Crystal knew Jacob and Katie were together, but didn't care. When my husband and I found out Jacob was no longer with Katie, we were disappointed because we really liked her, but we understood that they were both still young, so things happen. No.
Oh, no.
No, we're not brushing cheating off as all things happen.
Yeah, let's get Jacob back on the hook here.
Yeah, put him back on that hook.
Accidents happen, guys. He tripped and fell into her. It's
Yeah,
okay.
breakups happen because they're still young. Cheating, no.
There's a little bit more of intention behind that.
We suggested to Jacob that now that he's single, he should go out and enjoy his gardening tool life since he cheated, and it seemed like that's what he wanted to do. Why are we encouraging this behavior?
Guess the single life's not for old Jacob.
Jacob didn't do that, and instead ended up marrying Crystal a couple months after he broke up with Katie.
Bro, what?
You proved a point.
Marrying?
A girl named Crystal?
He's under 21 at this point.
Dude.
Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has those days.
Everybody makes mistakes.
That is a permanent mistake right there.
Although my husband and I didn't really like Crystal or the way his brother acted around Crystal, we obviously had no say in who he decides to be with. So we decided to build a relationship with her. On my husband's and my first visit home after 2 years, we decided to rent an Airbnb and have a cookout with both of our families. Prior to this cookout, my family had only met Crystal once. So my mom, Crystal, and I were in one of the bedrooms trying to put the babies to sleep. And my mom, who had been drinking, said to Crystal, "Katie, you gotta use this as a practice for when you and Jacob have a baby." Crystal responded with, "Oh, that won't be anytime soon." And then she exited the room.
Okay, cool. It was an accident.
That was clearly an accident.
Mama was drinking.
That was clearly an accident. When she exited the room, I looked at my mom and said, "Seriously? You just called her Katie." Like I said, my mom had been drinking, and this was only her second time meeting Crystal versus Katie, who she had known for 2 years. That's an honest mistake.
Okay.
I don't think there's anything wrong here.
Opie,
That's
you literally explained it.
yeah.
You seem like Opie went, I know you're one of us too, but I'm going to call you out on this. She literally called her Katie after meeting her for the second time while Katie's been around for 2 years.
Yeah.
Why
I
do you have it- yeah,
I feel like that's an honest mistake, OP.
Yeah. Agree, Savannah.
Ah! See, I reacted calmly. Since Crystal didn't mention anything about being called Katie, we were hoping maybe she didn't hear what my mom said. I went and knocked on Crystal and Jacob's door to apologize, and when Jacob opened the door and I apologized, he seemed confused as to what I was talking about. So I made up an excuse and went back to talk to my husband about what happened.
Okay, we could have dropped the ball here. Seems like Opie's still bringing it up. It's not an issue.
I also don't think that you need to apologize. It's not your fault. Like, your mom accidentally said the wrong name. I feel like if she wants to go apologize, then she should. But I don't think you've done anything wrong
OP
here.
probably wants to have a good relationship.
Yeah, with
Crystal.
Crystal. And this is like probably the, hasn't really met her a lot before, it seems like.
It seems like this.
First time she's been home. I think you
Honest
didn't
mistake.
necessarily need to bring it up because it wasn't your fault.
I will say I've been in this predicament where my parents did call one of not now, but in high school, where my parents called one of my previous girlfriends an ex's name,
Oh yeah.
and it was very awkward.
I mean, it's
gosh.
awkward, but I don't think it's anything to like necessarily, like, if it was done maliciously
No, it was
and
like,
repeatedly, different.
and
But
no,
it's like a one-time thing.
and she corrected. She's like, "No, my name's this." And he's like, "Oh, sorry."
Yeah.
And I looked at him like with like I was like, "Are you serious?
Yeah.
Did you just do that?"
Yeah,
kind of thing.
you rag on them and then you get over it. So I made up an excuse and went back to talk to my husband about what happened. The following day, I was able to catch Jacob alone, and I asked him whether or not Crystal heard my mom. When he said yes, I immediately began apologizing and asked if he wanted me to apologize to her on behalf of my mom, since my family had already gone back home. But Jacob said no, that Crystal was over it and it wasn't a big deal.
Okay.
Turns out it was. The day our vacation was over, Jacob talked to my husband and told him that I had made a rude face towards him and Crystal. I didn't, and that Crystal was still very upset that my mom never apologized, even though he said it was fine. By the way, you should apologize to us if you haven't listened to full episodes of stories just like this, because you can just go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio and search up Storytime. Easy as that.
Boom.
There's a little bit left to this story. Honestly, OP, I feel like you're taking a lot of the blame here when none of it is your fault.
Oh mama.
Your brother cheated on his girlfriend, got married way too young, and is now having problems with his current wife because she's being immature because she is quite young.
I feel like this is a good test for the young couple to see
Yeah.
what kind of people they are
Yeah.
by having a little mistake and seeing how everyone responds.
Reacts to it.
And kind of lets me know where I'm going to be spending my holidays.
Yes, and also the fact that she and he are getting mad at you when you literally have done nothing wrong. Like, I guess I could understand maybe that they get mad at the mom a little bit for this, but
Yeah.
you did nothing and even offered to apologize on behalf of your mother.
This is weird.
Fast forward to now, we're planning our baby's birthday party, and when we ask if they'll make it, their response is, well, I don't know, I might be working. The party is in December. How much time in advance does one need to request a day off? The birthday party is going to be at my mom's house due to her having the most space to host. This is definitely affecting the relationship between my husband and his brother, but I just don't know what to do anymore. It seems like any time we try to sit down and talk with them, everything's okay, but the attitude still continues. I'm at my wit's end dealing with them and trying to keep the peace. And that's the end of that story. I just don't think it's like on you. I think you're taking a lot of responsibility, which is fair. But I think at the end of the day, your brother-in-law is being young and immature.
Mm-hmm.
He's 21,
Mm-hmm.
kind of tracks for that age. And I think that if he's got to behave that way and if your sister-in-law's going to behave that way, then that's on them. And you haven't done anything wrong.
Yeah. Tell your mom to get her names right, because that's ridiculous.
That-
she shouldn't be
yeah.
doing all that.
Yeah.
The mom. This is all on the mom. The
Yeah,
mom should
it
honestly.
is. She should have apologized.
She needs to go and really go into therapy and check herself after this,
Okay, well.
because that's just unacceptable on all fronts.
Wait, remember what he did? He
What?
cheated.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, this is on the mom though. That's fine.
Yeah.
Put it back.
The
Yeah.
cheating's on the mom.
Cheating's on the mom.
Cheating's
And-
on the mom. Everything's on the mom.
It's,
It's
how,
all your
how
mom.
the parents raised. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Your mom let you watch too much TV with people cheating. That's on her.
Yeah, this is my Riley sarcasm flag.
Oh, there's a flag for that.
He's a
now?
doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Can
Just
it
in
be-
case the viewers don't register it.
Can I have blue and green in it?
Yeah. So that was that story. And now we're going to read some comments from an old video that we posted. Wife cheated with her cousin, divorce lawyer reacts, featuring Sarah A. Intelligator. And this was posted on September 21st, 2025.
Do you remember?
TLDR, OP, 31 male, found out his wife, 28 female, cheated on him with her own cousin. I remember this.
I remember this.
Just days before their big move to Florida, she pushed for divorce, but once OP started moving on, she suddenly begged him to stay. OP has to decide if he should forgive her or end the marriage for good. If you're curious to know the full story, you can go watch the full video. And Keon's going to read some
I'm
comments.
going to read some of the comments. We have a comment here by Heracles. Let me take off my glasses. I have allergies. All right. So Heracles says, so we're all in agreement that there was a lot more than talking going on with the cousins, right?
Yeah.
Cue that one song with the guitar riff.
Talking with some hips.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. All right. Comment number 2 by bomb.com2168. Another comment from them. This is great. That first story is absolutely wild. I hate when people are like, get back with me for the kids. You're never getting back with / staying with someone for the kids. It's for yourself. It's better that kids grow up in 2 different households than in one with turmoil. Not to mention, the wife is cheating with her cousin. Oh, that's
Yeah.
a gross thing to say.
Disgust.
Yeah. I don't care if it's emotional or what. There's no way in HE double hockey sticks I'm going to stick with a cheater, let alone one who's committing the cest of in. Ugh. Ugh.
I mean, it might be good for the kids to see different family dynamics if you want to stay open-minded, but if you don't want that, then probably not. Good.
I'm
Stand.
waving the flag again. I'm rewatching Ted Lasso, and one of the character Higgins, whenever he's uncomfortable, he goes,
Yes.
and that's the noise
Love Higgins.
I'm making. Me too.
Comment number 3 here by Amy Blue Soul. One of my childhood friends in high school was dating a guy, and she was telling her grandma about her boyfriend. The grandma says, John Smith? Is his mom Lucy Smith? When friends say yeah, grandma says they're third cousins. Oh, they stopped dating. Hadn't gotten full spice level yet, so that was good. I mean, I
Okay.
don't know.
Coming from a town where there's a lot of people and it's small,
I mean, they didn't even question the name stuff.
at what line of cousins are you like, no? Is it third cousins? Is that a line? What if you're
If
fourth
I
cousins?
know that a person is at any way related to me,
What if you're fourth cousins, but it's not blood related?
No.
If
Mm.
there's any sort of
Go to a
relation-
family gathering?
Yeah.
Ugh.
If
No, no,
I'm
no, no,
going
but
to
it's
a
not
family,
blood related.
It
Like,
don't matter. It don't matter.
okay,
It
you don't know.
I
You
don't
don't know.
want to know.
You don't know.
I don't
You
want to.
you fortunately live in a city where like that happens. If it's fourth cousins, not blood related at all, it's like, oh, my mom's cousin's sister's aunt, that is my aunt by marriage, married.
No, I see
that.
what you're saying.
You're still
I
Morality,
see what
like
you're saying. I'm
morally,
still not doing that.
for sure. I
Interesting.
just wouldn't want any connection.
Interesting.
I want zero
So-
connection.
So first cousins, you share a grandpa.
Yeah.
Second
Why are
cousins, you
you-
share a great grandpa. Third cousins, you share a great great grandpa. Fourth cousins, you share a great 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 grandpa. But as fourth cousins through marriage, it's like that doesn't.
Yeah, no,
matter.
I see what you're saying. There's no moral problem here. I just personally,
For that, Sharks, I'm out.
I just don't want any. I don't want to even see them at a family. Yeah, Awesome Ashley says if I might see them at a family reunion, no.
This,
Alright,
is
cool.
this is why I've also told my mom when she was like, oh, are you going to date a Filipino girl? I said, heck no.
It might be my cousin.
They legitimately could. All
Well-
Filipinos are related. I say it, we're family, but it's like, I will never date a Filipino girl.
Well, fun
Sorry.
fact, we're all related.
Related to them.
Look, back to the comments here.
We're all related. We all are somewhat of cousins.
We have another comment here by Alexi Caceres Gurad. I definitely butchered that, 328. Sorry about that. But, by the way, very interesting episode with the advice of a specialist. As a 46-year-old person myself, sometimes I wish I could bring host with the perspectives of more years of life experience. And that was because we did have a guest host,
Yeah,
which was very lovely.
and she was great.
She was great.
Which is fun. I loved her boots.
Her boots were cool.
They were meant for walking. That's what they're going to do.
So stupid.
Thank you.
And those are the rest of the comments from that video. And this is the end of the episode. So if you love us, make sure to subscribe.
We love you
And
see you tomorrow.